What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sid.
And Boom.
And let me tell you something. Y'all be sitting here wanting to know what the best point guard builds are gonna be for 2K20. Well, let me tell you something.
He needs to tell you something.
That's very true. I do need to tell him something.
Mm-hmm.
The best point guard build is gonna be broken down into 3 parts, okay? There's gonna be the build I think is gonna be the best and most used. There's gonna be the build that I think people should use, and then there's gonna be the build that I think people will eventually use towards, the middle of the game or the beginning when everybody finds out what's good in the game and how you use things. Those are the 3 I'm gonna break down for you in this video. Basically, the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Playmaking Sharpshooter. Now, if you're going to make a Playmaking Sharpshooter in 2K20, or a Sharpshooting Playmaker, which a lot of people I think are going to make with the Playmaking first, you have to really understand that this build is probably going to be the king in 2K20. It's going to be the king as far as guard builds go. If you're going to play Pro-Am especially. Now, in the park, I really don't know. It really doesn't matter what you guys make because the park is the park. But in the Pro-Am, in the Pro modes, Sharpshooting Playmakers are going to be the king. Last time I'm going to say it. The reason being, you have to space the floor. The floor spacing in the court, especially if they don't make the court any bigger and they keep the court the same dimensions as it's been, the Playmaking Sharp is the most incredible build for floor spacing. It also is going to have the ability to have the playmaking ability, the point guard skills. If you have them, will go perfectly with those things. You're going to be able to throw passes and dots where you need to with the playmaking first. You're going to be able to shoot when they lay off you. You're going to be able to run the pick and roll game. You see that they're taking pick and roll maestro out of the game and they're putting a badge in called Needler. Now, if you don't know what Needler is, it's basically a badge that allows you to make pocket passes.
Can I ask one question?
What question are you asking, man?
So, by the Needler.
Yes.
So that is a badge that's gonna be basically that's replacing the
pick and roll maestro.
Pick and roll maestro.
Yes.
And so basically, how is that basically going to work in game?
Now, pick and roll maestro was really cheesy for last year and previous 2Ks because when you got the pick, it gave you a boost to your shooting. And it gave you a boost to supposedly getting the pass where you needed to get it to. But I don't think that worked too well because as we know, as 2K players, we know the passing in 2K is always effed up. So that's just part of the way that they get the game that I don't know why. So I guess that's why they changed it to Needler, because when you hit the pick, I'm pretty sure that the Needler is going to activate and you'll be able to throw a pinpoint pass to the corner because sometimes the corner will help down and into the paint to help to stop the center from getting the ball. So you'll be able to throw that pinpoint pass to the corner, or you'll be able to throw the pinpoint pass in between the double team to the center, which will probably be a bounce pass. That's what we call a pocket pass in basketball. Okay, so those things will probably be very, very important for the play sharp to have. Now, that being said, a true play sharp is going to get deep range Deadeye on probably silver and upgrade it to gold when you guys get to a certain point, in the game where, like I said, you have to watch the badges and watch the attributes. And if you get to 99, does it upgrade you to that next level? Now, Playmaking Sharpshooters this year were king. You couldn't go out there in the Pro-Am without seeing one because those were the builds that got the most done in the Pro-Am as far as, you had a guy who can score, you had a guy who can dish, you had a guy who can do pretty much a little bit of everything. Now, when we're dealing with the sharpshooting playmaker, the sharpshooting first, playmaking second, this build might be something this year. We don't know how the game is going to be played, but if you can have a sharpshooting first build with a little bit of playmaking in it, depending on how much playmaking you're able to put into the build, because of the way that the game is made, they're going to give you the ability to put the attributes wherever you want to put them for the most part. So you might be able to make something hybrid that does a little bit more damage than your average play sharp if you can find that lane. But simply just talking about what's going on right now, the play sharp is going to be king in the game as far as the beginning of the game. Now for the build I think that everybody should make. A playmaking sharp, but put some defense in the build. Now listen, and all of you guys are going to look at me like, why would you do that? And why would you want to even go there? Well, listen, this year, playmaking sharps were relegated to being in the corner on defense. You had to put your playmaking sharpshooter in the corner. So that means you're going to be guarding against somebody who's going to try to hit you with a lot of back doors. And that means that you can't rely on your playmaking sharpshooter to play defense at the head of the 2-3. If you're allowed to have playmaking and sharpshooting, but put the rest of your stuff on defense, or a lot of your stuff on defense as far as attribute caps go, you will be able to have a playmaking sharpshooter who will play very, very good defense as that secondary defender in the 2-3 that a lot of people like to run. So if you guys are looking to have that type of impact on the game, I will go that way. And I think that's the build that a lot of people should make at the beginning, but they won't. Everybody's going to go play sharp and go offense. If you want to shake up some things and really, really be effective as far as offense, defense, put some defense in that play sharps build. You may even get some defensive badges in order to lock down the perimeter and put a little bit of fear in the hearts of some of those play sharps that are coming at you. And you can really, really change the game that way, because then you'll be able to get your play sharp out on the break a little bit better. You'll be able to get your play sharp in the position to score earlier in the offense. See, this year we had to put him in the corner. And we all know as play sharps that when we're playing defense in the corner, we're the last person down on the fast break. We're also guarding somebody who probably can dunk on us anytime they want to. Sometimes we're matched up against a big man, and that is automatic death as far as playing basketball. In 2K, you do not want the big to be chilling with a small player and him going, yo, I got a backdoor right now, and it's over for him. You don't want that. So put some defense in that build, and you may be able to put that play sharp that is about 6'4", 6'5" at the top of the key in order to play some defense and shut down the other guard and get out on the break a little bit faster. And that's going to help your team, because then you're going to have a dimer in the front passing the ball to you guys who don't have any shooting badges, or who may not have high shooting badges and can get some shots off a little bit easier. So that build I think is going to be very, very slept on at the beginning of the year, but I think people are going to go that route because of the way that lockdowns were played this year. They were a little bit OP, so people might put some defense in their build just because of that. Now the build that I think that everybody should make, and I think is going to make at the end of 2K, like when that time period where everybody's like, okay, we done seen what these builds do, I think this build will take over. The playmaking sharpshooter with slashing in the build. And I will tell you why right now. That build is going to be completely unstoppable at some point in the game. Unstoppable, because you're going to have a playmaker who can shoot and spread the floor, but when they get to the basket, they're going to be able to dunk that thing. Playmaking sharps this year could get to the basket, but they weren't dunking the ball like how playmaking shot creators were, or playmaking slashers were. If you can make a playmaking sharpshooter with some slashing in the build as that third archetype, and remember I was telling you in the last video that I had done, I think you're going to be able to unlock three archetypes instead of just two. There's going to be a point when they said we can make superstars, and when I think superstars, I think people that can do everything. I think people that can, get their shot off from anywhere and do just about anything versatile in the game that you need to do to become effective at all aspects. You're going to get there at a certain point. You're not going to be there on day one, but like I said, you have to look more than 5 seconds in front of your face. You have to be able to understand that the game is going to evolve, and so is your player. The attributes will start to get more and more difficult to get, but they will be more and more effective as you get there, because you'll cross tiers. Like when you cross the tier for ball handling, when you go from that 85 to that 87 and you get speed boosting like this year. When you go from that 83 dunking to that 85 and you get the contact dunks. Like those things are going to happen during the course of the year, and if you use your attribute caps right at the beginning of the year, you will be able to unlock those certain things, and then your player will evolve and become something different. And I think if you make a playmaking, sharpshooting, slasher, point guard at the beginning of the year, and you get that thing all the way to the end, you're going to really, really, really do some special things, and it's going to be something crazy. So please listen to what I'm saying. At the end of the year, this is going to be the build that everybody tries to gravitate to. And if you make it at the beginning, I believe you will have a special player. Now, I don't have all the answers. I don't know what it is I'm going to make. I have no idea what I'm going to make. I know I'm going to make a point guard because normally, I run point guard for my team, and that's where I'm comfortable playing. But I have no idea which point guard I'm going to make.
I don't know anything either.
You don't know anything either.
No, because I don't even play the game.
You don't play the game, but how could you know? The game's not out. Nobody knows. Everybody's trying to tell you what they're going to make and what they're going to do. How they going to know?
By watching the trailers.
There's only one, and that ain't even doing nothing.
The prelude.
The prelude don't come out until the 21st, and it's called a demo.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. But like I'm trying to tell y'all, let me tell you something.
He needs to tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
He needs to tell you something.
If y'all think that I'm gonna tell y'all what the heck it is that I'm gonna make right away, and I'm gonna tell you even if I knew, you already know what I'm gonna say. Hell no. If you really, really like the content and you really, really love what we're doing with this channel, man, please drop a like, subscribe. It's from your boy Sid.
And boom.
And we're gonna be bringing y'all 2K20 tips, tricks, and just things that you guys can really, really do in order not to gamble, in order not to guess, and make your first builds or have the beginning of the game be so tragic for you, because some people make terrible decisions at the beginning and end up spending $50 to $100 to $300 on players, and that's just crazy to do at the beginning of the game when you can get that stuff right at the beginning.
That much?
Yeah, people be wilding.
Wow.
So you already know what time it is. But for us, man, just like and subscribe. We're chilling. We're doing what we do, and we're gonna keep bringing you great content. And yeah.